This is the home of the Thompsons, a typical 21st century American family. They're organized, computerized, automated, and wireless. They've embraced the technologies that make today's life better. This is the Thompson family vehicle. They chose this SUV because it offers the best engineering, performance, safety, and durability that modern technology can offer. Ditto their family runabout, this Glastron GX 185. You know, lots of boat builders still use older technologies and methods to build boats, but Glastron has brought boat building into the 21st century. But remember, the Thompsons didn't buy this boat because it's technologically advanced. They bought this Glastron because better technology builds a better family boat.
I was looking for performance, durability, and dependability. My research and my experience as well tell me that Glastron's as good as it gets.
You know, I really do like this boat, especially the interior layout and the quality of the upholstery.
I'm really into tubing, and this boat is the best.
I just like to hang out in the water with my friends.
Can you tell? The Thompsons really love their Glastron. You know, we thought it would be interesting to show them how their boat was built and what makes a Glastron so special.
But aren't all boats really built the same way?
You know, Dave, for decades that was true. But for the last few years, Glastron has taken boat building high-tech. You know, I got an idea. How about you and your family come on up to Little Falls, Minnesota, the home of Glastron boats, and we'll show you what makes a Glastron so special.
Hey guys, how would you like to go up to Little Falls to the plant and see how our Glastron boat was built?
Yeah!
You know, I kind of thought they'd like that. We're now in Little Falls, Minnesota, on the banks of the Mississippi River, where every Glastron boat is built. And we're going to show the Thompson family exactly how their Glastron was built. You all ready to tour the plant?
Yeah!
Sure. Let's go. Throughout Glastron's history, quality and craftsmanship has never changed. But the technology certainly has. The entire process starts with an inspired design. Meet the guy with the best job at Glastron, Steve Gilligan, the chief designer. He takes input from their sales staff, from boaters, from the design world, then mixes in his experience in manufacturing to come up with the newest Glastron designs on paper. Steve, how do you come up with these spectacular designs?
Well, it all starts with great teamwork. Between design and engineering, we take sales vision and create a stylish and functional design. We incorporate all the newest technologies, conveniences, safety features. The key is to make them all work together with a stylish boat that's functional and production friendly. When we do all three, we've accomplished our goal.
Thanks, Steve. You know, I can't wait to see that next generation Glastron. You think this guy loves his job or what? From the conceptual drawings, here's where technology takes over, turning that beautiful piece of artwork into a CAD, computer-assisted design. Now, what boat is this? Watch carefully. It's not the hull, it's the deck, upside down, showing the engineering details and dimensions. The CAD-CAM system gives the designers the ability to visualize how every component of the boat will go together. And it gives them the ability to design and engineer every part of the boat to incredibly precise tolerances, down to a thousandth of an inch. The next step is to integrate the CAD, computer-assisted design, with CAM, computer-assisted manufacturing. The data from this CAD program is transmitted to computer-assisted manufacturing machinery in the plant. The Glastron CAD-CAM system is state-of-the-art. Watch this incredible machine. This computerized vinyl cutter lets Glastron create very complex patterns for the boat interiors. Look how it minimizes the waste. That makes for perfect contours on the seats and beautiful upholstery. Here's another incredible computerized machine. This fiberglass cutter cuts every single fiberglass used to build every Glastron boat.
But how does the fabric become a boat?
It's a good question, Rhonda. You know, maybe the best way to answer that, Thompson family, is to go see how your boat was built. It's right this way. We entered into the VEC manufacturing facility where most of Glastron's runabouts are built. VEC stands for Virtual Engineered Composites, a patented proprietary process that was developed by Genmar, the parent company of Glastron boats. This is the most advanced boat building facility in the entire world. In fact, the trade press calls it the plant of the future. This is the closed mold system that produces the incredible VEC hulls for Glastron runabouts. First, the gel coat is sprayed into the mold. The gel coat becomes the shiny surface of the boat. Next, the pre-cut fiberglass fabric and stringer system are laid in place. And then the mold closes and the resin is injected in precise amounts to optimize the curing process. By the way, this mold is completely surrounded by warm water, which creates the perfect temperature-controlled conditions for laminating fiberglass. Over the next 45 minutes, this computer will monitor more than 500 variables. And here's a new VEC hull coming out of the closed mold. Let's take a look.
Can you believe the uniformity of this hull? Look at how smooth and consistent the finish is both inside and out. You're not going to find that anywhere else in the marine industry. In fact, every single VEC hull coming out of the mold has a weight variation of less than 1%. That's a fraction of what it would be if this hull were laid up in a conventional open mold process. And look, on this boat, the fiberglass stringers are incorporated right into the hull.
Just for comparison, here's how boats are built with traditional open mold methods, the way other companies do it. As you can see, it's labor intensive, much less precise, and it generates styrene emissions, which are bad for the environment. By the way, notice that the operator isn't wearing a mask or respirator? The closed mold process doesn't just make for a better boat, it's much cleaner and more environmentally friendly. You gotta love it. VEC technology is also the reason why VEC hulls are lighter, stronger, and have greater structural integrity, and why Glastron can back them with a lifetime limited warranty.
All right, Thump, I'm going to put you to work. You take that big old saw right there, and then you trim the excess fiberglass off right there, all right?
What?
That's the way fiberglass components have been prepared for assembly ever since they've been building fiberglass boats, and virtually every boat builder still does it that way. But not Glastron. VEC hulls today are trimmed, drilled, and prepared for assembly by this amazing computer-controlled cutter. Rick Evanson is the technician who operates this incredible machine.
The Bloody cutter knows the exact location and size of every cutout and hole that needs to be made. And it does so with an accuracy of 1/100,000th of an inch. The computer even tells it when to change to a different blade or drill bit. Every hull that comes out of there is precisely the same.
Well, as you can see, that makes for a better boat. Well, the trimming's all done. It's time for the hull and the deck to come together and work their way down the assembly line.
This facility is engineered with highly mechanized, highly efficient workstations, just like those found in a modern automobile plant. The engine is installed. All of the electronics go in. The upholstery. The carpet is laid in. The deck meets the hull, the windshield, and all of the trim.
Rhonda, the other day you mentioned you were impressed with the quality of your new Glastron. Are you beginning to understand why?
I certainly am.
You like that, Amanda?
It's great.
It really is. This is Tracy. She's the last step in the boat building process. She applies the graphics. Aren't they beautiful?
Yeah.
Well, there you have it, Thompson family. That's exactly how your boat was built. Pretty cool, huh?
I had no idea how boats are made, but I have to say I was really impressed.
I now understand why we like our Glastron.
You bet.
You have to admire a boat company that has utilized the newest and best technology to build better boats. And at a time when some other boat companies are building more of their boats in other countries to take advantage of inexpensive labor, you also have to admire the fact that Glastron is doing everything right here in the good old US of A.
From the home of Glastron boats on the banks of the Mississippi River in Little Falls, Minnesota, I'm Paul Brand wishing you happy and safe boating. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll look forward to seeing you out on the water in your Glastron.